Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon is moving swiftly to carry out the president's directive, launching sweeping reforms to strengthen safety standards across the country's roads and transport system. Our mobility correspondent, Gie Barroga, has the details.
Ang hustisya ay para sa lahat ng Pilipino na ngayon ay takot sa ating mga kalye. Hindi lang para dun sa mga pamilya na namatayan. Kasi ngayon, people like you and me, all of us here, feel unsafe on our own roads.
That was Secretary Vince Dizon speaking after two tragic incidents just days apart. The May 1 SCTEX crash that killed 10 people and the May 4 NAIA Terminal 1 accident that claimed 2 lives, including a 5-year-old girl. During Holy Week alone, transport agencies recorded hundreds of crashes and nearly 100 drivers tested positive for illegal drugs. The DOTr already formed a road safety task force prior to these incidents, with new rules and reforms already in motion. Among them is a strict order requiring all public utility vehicle drivers to undergo mandatory drug testing.
Lahat ng PUV driver ay kailangan mag-mandatory drug test. The LTO and the LTFRB and the DOTr will be working with PDEA to implement mandatory drug testing.
Also on the list, shortening maximum bus driver shifts from 6 hours to just 4, hoping to cut down on fatigue-related accidents. As for vehicle inspections, Secretary Dizon admits many are falling through the cracks, and some licenses are being handed out with bribes and backdoors. That stops now, he says.
Similar to the mandatory drug testing, I have asked the LTO and LTFRB to come up with very strict and enforceable and regular roadworthiness checks, similar to the standards of other countries. Hindi naman tayo kaya mag-reinvent na ng mga proseso. Nandiyan na yan eh. Tignan na natin ang mga kapitbahay natin na bansa. Nandiyan naman yan eh. Pero ang importante doon, enforceable.
The Secretary also points out that poor enforcement is a big hurdle, so expect more enforcers and better equipment on the roads soon. Secretary Dizon also backs Senator Grace Poe's proposal to set up a Philippine Transportation Safety Board to probe transport-related accidents. And he's not letting abusive drivers off the hook. Social media influencers are not exempt, like Yana Motovlog, whose license is now suspended. According to the Secretary, more are on the chopping block.
May nakita kaming i-post sa social media na nag-aabusadong driver, automatic suspendido yan, 90 days yung lisensya ninyo. Walang investigasyon, walang hearing. Pag may nakita kami na may video, na may pruweba, na umaabuso kayo sa kalye, suspendido kayo. Automatic.
Meanwhile, the Solid North bus driver involved in the multi-vehicle crash at SCTEX, who initially refused a drug test, has already lost his license. As for the NAIA crash, the investigation is still ongoing, but many online pointed fingers at the weak bollards that failed to stop the vehicle. According to documents, those bollards were part of an 8 million peso project from 2019 under former DOTr Secretary Artu Gade. Now, even that is getting a second look. On Billionaire News Channel's On Point, Secretary Dizon shared that he and NAIA Infracorp President and ultra-billionaire Ramon Ang have already talked about replacing the failed barriers.
Nagpapasalamat tayo kay Mr. Ramon Ang kasi I asked him, sir, can we replace all of these? Because clearly, it's insufficient. No, hindi niya kayang pigilan ang mga ganitong klaseng incident. And ang sabi ni Mr. Ramon Ang, and I got confirmation today, napapalitan na nila yung mga bollards.
Aside from government agencies, Secretary Dizon is also open to collaborating with civil society groups, road safety advocates, and mobility experts to develop and implement a more comprehensive protocol for safer roads. For BNC Mobility, Gie Barroga.